Hello everyone, it's Louisa, and today's video is going to be my monthly money chat video for April 2021. If you have not seen a video from this particular series on my channel, I will have the playlist linked up above, and you can check out my previous monthly money chat videos. But basically this is a video I do each month talking about what I did in terms of my personal finances. I think personal finance is really interesting and everyone has to do it, and everyone kind of does it in a different way. So I just find personal finance fascinating. So I like to give a little update about how I've been doing with my finances, and that's what this video is. So if that interests you, definitely keep watching. Let's talk about April. In April, I did have something happen in terms of my jobs, my career, that will be impacting my finances for at least a little bit of the future. You may not be able to see it too much in the April numbers that I'm going to show you a little bit later, and I'll explain why. But a little update on my end, I had a full-time job starting last August, and I actually resigned from my full-time job in April, so I'm no longer working full-time. I still am working as a part-time dance teacher job, which I was doing along with working full-time. And then I also, starting in March, and I did this in March, April, and then the first few weeks of May, I have been working on the weekends for a dance competition, and that is a seasonal slash contractual, that's the right word, sort of thing. So I have still been working, but I am not having that full-time consistent income anymore. So the reason I say you might not see it in the April numbers too much is because I believe my last day was around April 20th, and my last paycheck that I got from my full-time job was, I think, April 30th. So in April, you can't necessarily see the difference, but that will definitely be affecting my finances and my income in the May video. And so you guys will see that in the next monthly money chat video. But that is an update from me, and I am looking for other work and things like that. But it is kind of nice not to be working so many hours. I ended up just leaving that position because honestly, working full-time and then doing the dance competitions on the weekends was getting to be a little bit much. So let's talk about how much I saved. So I have a goal this year to save $6,000. And so basically what I do to save for that is I do monthly savings challenges via the Budget Mom. And then from my full-time paycheck, I would put $60 for each of my 3 savings accounts, so $180 from each paycheck. And then I would also take out $20 for my Christmas 2021 sinking fund, so that way I can pay for Christmas gifts and not have to use my, checking account, if that makes sense. When Christmas time rolls around, I already have the money put away for it. So every paycheck I got from my full-time job, I put $200 of that into savings, and then also what I do with the Budget Mom monthly savings challenges. So let's talk about the monthly savings challenges for April. For April, the challenge was called Count Your Bills, and basically, if you guys haven't heard of the Budget Mom before, basically she has a great system, the cash envelope system, that's what she uses. So a lot of these savings challenges are tailored to that. I do not use the cash envelope system, so I had to kind of adjust this challenge to myself. But it said for this challenge, every Wednesday, count the amount of dollar bills you have in your veritable cash envelope and then save that amount. What I did was every Wednesday, I counted the cents that was listed in my checking account for my bank. So I would look and see what the cents amount was, and then I would save that amount in dollars. So, the first Wednesday, the cents I had in my checking account was 29 cents. So I rounded that up to 30, and then I saved $30. So honestly, I really enjoyed this challenge, and I was able to save $200. So that's awesome. Really enjoyed that challenge a lot. The other challenge was hard to track, but it was to eat at home, and so like get ready to meal plan and all this other stuff. So that one was a lot harder to track how much I was actually saving. but I still theoretically did do that challenge. It's just hard to track. So, so honestly, $200 for the budget mom is awesome. And then let me show you guys where we are based off of that with saving up for our $6,000. Here is our savings tracker. And so March was a crazy month. Look at all those bubbles. So not as much as March, but still pretty good. Doing as well as January and February here. This is April. And now we are definitely over halfway. And we only have, you know, 3 more rows to go. But each one of these represents $60. And there are 100. Thus making $6,000. So we're slowly but steady getting there. Now we're going to look at my numbers for what I spent and also how much money I saved, because I count my savings as kind of an expense. That way I can track how much of my spending is actually going to savings. So if it doesn't make sense, hopefully you'll kind of figure it out when I show you my numbers. But I did make one change in terms of how I calculate how much I spend. So in the past, what I've done is I haven't counted anything I have made, I haven't counted anything that I made on a credit card. So generally, most of the time, I use my debit card for a lot of things. And I use my credit cards for very specific things. And so I would just count the bill. I wouldn't count actually purchasing that item on the credit card. Does that make sense? I would wait because the bill would cover it. So, but now what I did this month, so this month my total spending is gonna look higher than it actually was because I counted the bill, and then starting with the new billing period, I now, to really track how much I'm actually spending in what category and to make it more, I think, more accurate, I am now recording each purchase I make on a credit card when I make that initial purchase. So I won't count when I pay my credit card bills, if that makes sense. I pay them off in full every month. I'm just changing when I'm tracking the expenses that I paid for on those cards, if that makes any sense. Hopefully you guys will see it, but that's why my total number for spending is a little bit higher this month, because I did both ways. So that's why it's a little bit higher. All right, let's launch into some numbers. Right, so here are our April totals. So the total amount that I saved was $645. Woot woot. The total that I spent was $2,598.50. The total that I spent without including my savings, so taking out that number, was $1,953.50. My total income was $2,953.12, and then the cash flow and difference between the two was $354.62, which is awesome. So yay, still keeping it up, even though that number spent was a little bit higher, as I said, because I made a note with my with the caveat I just said. So that's still pretty great. And then here are my category totals. So eating out, snacks on the go was $157.35, and that is down from March. So I think the Eat at Home Budget Mom Savings Challenge helped in that. Groceries was $33.08. Career was $277.49. Savings was $645. Clothing was $74.19. Spending was $437.76. And that's down from last month. Oh, that's good. Gifts was $16.94. Health was $12.87. Bills was $44.96.73. Donations $20. YouTube, so like doing box swaps and stuff like that, that was $251.03. Gas and car, this is a new category because one of my cards I just used specifically for my car and gas. So now this is a new category, as opposed to it just being included in bills, and that is $141.60. And then other / not marked was $24.64. So our top categories were savings, was still our top one at 25%, so that's awesome. And then our next highest would have been spending, and then our next highest would be career. So woot woot. So those are my April numbers. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how April went, considering, you know, I did leave my full-time position and things like that. We have a positive cash flow, so woohoo. Things are definitely gonna look a little bit different in May, and that's okay. Personal finances ebb and flow, man, ebb and flow. I don't know what I'm doing, so sorry. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please give it a like if you enjoy personal finance just like me. If you enjoyed this video and want to see other videos like it, be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I upload every Tuesday and Saturday, and if you want even more of me, you can follow me on Instagram at louisa.ruby. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon with a brand new video. Bye!